to explain about economics as an example of a day-to-day life, then we can say the production and consumption are known as an economic activities. So the production and consumption, it's usually done by every human being in this world, right? Okay, so the consumption of a goods and the services is an economic activity now here. So the economic activities, if you say that what is an economic activity, so economic activities is related to money. So money that could be in form of expenditure or else an income, right? So here if we take the term economics, then the economics is derived from the Greek word oikonomia, right? So the oikonomia, which means that household management. The origin of the term economics lies in the Greek word oikon and nomos. So in simple, we can say that it deals with the household economics. So the economics, it can be defined as a science of management of resources for the promotion of well-being of all mankind, right? Because we are using production, consumption, and all other things, right? Okay, so in short, we can say that it is a study of economic problems. So earlier, the economists described the economics as a political economy, and uh, Alfred Marshall has defined the economics as a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. And also the Marshall has changed the name of the subject of from political economy to the economics. So if we have to see about the more in depth about the definition of economics, we can say that according to the stages, according to the development stages, many economists started to develop their own definition stage by stage. So here we have four kind of stages. So in the first stage, it is derived by Adam Smith. So he defines it as a wealth definition, means the economic as a wealth definition. And in the second stage, Alfred Marshall has given a name as a welfare definition, has introduced as a welfare definition. And in the third stage, you can see that Lionel Robbins, here he have done, produced a new definition as a scarcity definition. And the fourth definition, the last definition, is produced by Paul A. Samuelson. So he denoted it as a growth definition. So he introduced the economics in terms of growth definitions. So if we have to see all these kind of definitions, that is wealth definition, welfare definition, scarcity definition, and growth definitions of, according to each stages, that will be a little bit quite interesting. So if we see about the wealth definition, so the classical terms of regular definition of the economics, according to dealing with the money and all other things, it's called as a wealth definition. So it's given by the Adam Smith, as I said earlier. And also the Adam Smith is also called as a father of economics, and also he's one among the classical economists, right? So he defines the economics as a science of wealth. According to him, the main purpose of all economic activities is to accrue as much as possible. That is, production and consumption, everything. And you can see that he emphasizes the production and expansion of wealth as a subject matter of economics. And as a matter of a fact, he's wanting the growth of volume in production. So according to him, in short, we can say that the earning and spending of wealth is economics, right? So here we can say in a simple term that all economic goods are called as wants. So the want, yeah, we need it, yes. So the wants. So the for the the more interesting part in the wants, yeah, we need it. We need something, yeah. So which means that you know it should be a more transferable, exchangeable, and also it must be more scarce in supply, right? So all these things. And also each and every definitions whomsoever creates simultaneously we have some kind of an criticism. So here we also have some criticism for the wealth definitions, that is means that it is considered as not satisfactory, and it is also commented as it is unscientific and incomplete in nature. So people started to criticize that a man gets satisfaction not only just through earnings and spendings, but also via some other kind of forms of economic activities as well. So it gives more importance to the wealth. So he also means people also say that wealth is made of man, not man for wealth in general terms. So fine. So next we have a welfare definition. So in the welfare definition, so welfare definition is given by Alfred Marshall. So in the Alfred Marshall, with Alfred Marshall, that we say that this kind of a definition is something like a material welfare definition, because they give more importance to man and his welfare. According to according to the Marshall, man is primary and wealth is secondary, right? But here, according to the Marshall, economics is just a study of a man in the effect of increase his welfare. Means it's not giving more importance to the wealth, it is giving more importance to the human, more important, right? And also he wrote some books entitled with the principles of economy, and in that book he defines that economics is a science of material welfare, right? So Marshall indicates the behavior of man and makes economics as a social science, because the ultimate aim of social science is to maximize the welfare of mankind. So with this definition again, so however they give more importance to the mankind rather than the wealth, yet this is being criticized again. So if we see about the criticizing, then the thing is that it is just subjective, means the welfare, the concept of a welfare and all other things are just subjective, and it cannot be measured. Yeah, we got this, so that no, it cannot be measured, however. So, and also they criticized that the economics is concerned with the material things alone, but the non-material things are not considered. So, means only the material things. And it is also criticized that it included only material welfare of human beings but excluded non-material welfare. So ultimately, it is highly unsatisfactory in nature. This is what the criticizing's been made with a welfare definition given by Alfred Marshall. So, and also Alfred Marshall is also called as a modern economics father. Okay, so next we have a scarcity definition. So in the scarcity definition, yeah, the scarcity definition is given by Lionel Robbins, as I mentioned earlier. So he wrote a book on economics titled an essay on the nature and significance of economic science. Okay, I think that's on 1932. So that's in 1932. So in this book, he clearly mentioned that he defines the economics as the science, so which studies the human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternate uses. Which means that economics is the study of scarcity. In terms, if we have to say in a simple term, then we can say the economics is the study of a scarcity. Right? So, next we have, in the definition of this scarcity, before that, we know each and every person's need. We already told some concerns about the wants, right? So that is that all economic goods as called as wants, right? So if that is so, then we can say that we humans have unlimited wants, right? We need and we need that wants, will not even quench the thirst of wants. We need. Yeah. So here he says that any number of wants which are unlimited, it is a set of wants are satisfied in nature. And if that one is satisfied, means if that one particular want is satisfied, then ultimately the other set of want will be felt, right? So if we want a mobile phone of some some Android, yeah, we need the mobile phone, we got it. Is that is enough for you? No, I need some kind of you know uh, I can say that yeah, I need some kind of tempered glass, and I need some kind of cover or something we need. So the thirst will not over. We need something different. We need something different. Yeah, you buy a bike, you buy a car. What will not stop that by we add up some kind of an accessories. If one thirst is quenched, then other one blooms, right? So that's what here they say. Okay, and the means of satisfy ends are scarce. Ends means want here. Wants. The means of to satisfy wants are very limited. So here you have to understand that the means of satisfy a human wants can put up to some kind of an alternative uses. and also can also put into several kind of and different variations of uses. And it depends upon the man to choose about the wants to be satisfied and the way the resources can be utilized, right? Because yeah, we satisfy our wants and also we use it in the different forms, right? Okay, so the available resources are quite limited, right? So all the available resources quite limited and all our wants cannot be satisfied. We can never satisfy as a whole. And only it's a more common thing we know that only some kind of needs can be satisfied and others supposed to be sacrificed. So that is that one has to select the wants to be satisfied and other to be sacrificed. So the priority, the important, the priority dominates, right? Okay. So again, the scarcity definitions is also being criticized here. So in this criticizing, you know, uh, they say that economics is not entirely a positive science. Means that they say that the economic problems not only rises from the scarcity but also by the abundance, right? And means and wants are not separated. Means and wants can never be separated here. And also that they also commented that this definition, the scarcity definition is very narrowed down. Okay. So next we have a growth definitions, and the growth definitions we have that in simple terms, if we have to say that it is the study of how men and a society choose with or without the use of money to employ scarce production resources, and also which could have alternative use of production of various commodities over the period of a time, and also the distribution of the same for the consumption, right? And this definition is just it recognized as the dynamic. It brought some kind of dynamic changes in the economic. I mean, the Professor Paul A. Samuelson, which produced the growth definition. So here in this definition, it emphasizes with the three aspects. That is, one is that human behavior and allocation of scarce resources and alternative use of the resources. Well, howsoever, but according to the modern economists, the main economic is concerned all about the achieving and maintaining about a full employment. And next one is the national income steady flow of increased economic. Okay, and the third one is that equitable distribution of national economic income among all people. And also, as I said earlier, it is more important that the national income should be more steady and increasing in nature. So these are the definitions described by the economists. So if we see about the scope of economics, so scope of economics is a social science, as they have the mostly the final concluding for each and everything, that is finally that stands with the social science. And also it deals with the human being, and it is also the study of human behavior which relates to the production, exchange, and the use of goods and services. Right? So we do production, we do consume it, and we do some kind of an exchange, the goods and all other things, right? Well, so and also it deals with the man and his effort to satisfy their own wants. And ultimately, the human wants are the starting point of all economic activities. We need we need food, so we grow grains, fruits, and all other things. We need dress, so we manufacture dress, right? We need mobile phone, so we manufacture it. So everything starts from the want, right? Okay. So the next is that human wants are, we know that, pathetic, right? Unlimited, completely unlimited. So, but the means to satisfy the wants are limited. Only this much we can do it, right? So everything has some limit. Ultimately, we'll put some barrier. Yeah, that's it, right? And human being spends efforts to earn income. So somehow we need to earn income, and we need to satisfy our wants with this income. We earn money just to quench our thirst of our wants. If I earn today, I can get the money and I can buy my desires. That is my wants, right? So, and the scope and the subject matter of the economics is just an economic activity of a man. In simple terms, we can say that wants, effort, and satisfactions are the cycle of economics in general term. So that is, we want means the need. So to fulfill the wants, what we do, we earn. We will be more, get more strength with economics. We earn money, and then ultimately we satisfy the wants. And once we satisfy our wants, again the cycle goes on. The new wants blooms, right? So that is your cycle of economics.